It is time for your favorite talk show on air. Welcome to another spooky, another interesting, another amazing episode of Talking Points with Roye on Nightingale Radio. And as usual, I am not alone in the studio today. I have my co-host here with me. MC SPG is in the building, guys. What's up, my guy? MC SPG, what's up with you? How you doing today?
I'm doing just fine. I'm doing very well.
You know, see that your handsome voice. Your voice is so handsome.
Oh, thank you.
So if you're wondering how to listen to us, it's very simple. Just go to our website, www.nightingalemedia.com.ng. You will just find us here. Bram. You can download our app there. You can listen directly there. Whether you're using Android device or iOS, it's okay. You can always have us on your device, on your phone. Listen to us 247. Good music, nice shows, everything. And my beautiful voice. And of course, MCSPG's handsome voice too. All right. So today, topic of this discussion on Talking Point Radio Talk Show is about medical negligence. And our case study is taken from what recently happened to our renowned Nigerian writer, our author, our Nigerian pride, Chimamanda Adichie, fine woman we get sense, we get brain, very intelligent, feminist. I love her. Like, she's so good.
I know you will love her.
Before Uncle, she's my gender. When my gender is doing well, I praise them. I like to say they are doing well because people don't rate us. Una gender no they rate us.
No, that's not true.
As una no they rate us, we will rate ourselves.
When we see the intelligent ones, we celebrate them.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah, you are sure.
I'm very, very sure, and I have a lot of them.
It means you are not celebrating me enough because me, I'm one of the very few.
I celebrate you often. And I'm proud of you always.
Oh, that makes me feel so good. Thank you. All right, so unfortunately, Chimamanda, as much as we are celebrating her today, but it's really not a day of celebration because she's still mourning the unfortunate death of her son, Nkanu. It happened that Chimamanda and her family came to Nigeria for the festive, as it is now. People Nigerians who are outside the country, US, Canada, UK, everywhere, came home to celebrate the festive with their family, which is actually a good thing to do, if you ask me. I mean, why will you stay back in another man's land when you can actually come home to have that home feel during Christmas? Share love with your extended family members that you have not even seen for a long time. And of course, there is no place like home. You said it already. So along the line, while they were here visiting in Nigeria, one of our children, Nkanu, a 21-month-old boy, fell sick. And something that started like play, became a very serious illness that landed them to the hospital. The first hospital they visited was Atlantic Hospital. I think I got that name correctly. And then there, maybe one or two tests, they needed to run one or two tests. In fact, they have already booked flight for that boy to be flown back to the US for better treatment. In fact, the date for the trip has already been stated. So it's not that they don't have any plans on ground, but at least before they can fly him back, they need to stabilize him, know what's going on, and just do some sort of care. Initial care here before they would leave. And they had to also end up in Urake Hospital. Urake Hospital is actually the main hospital of focus here today. So, and there, that was where the gege happened. According to reports, it's been reported that the case of this boy was treated with levity. It was not well treated. The medical professionals who handled the boy's case did not do a good job, especially the anesthesiologists, the doctors and all that. Let me quickly read a report here. The family of Nigerian novelist Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie has accused a hospital of negligence over the death of a 21-month-old son. Nkanu Nnamdi died at a hospital in Nigeria on Wednesday following a short illness, leaving the family of the acclaimed post-colonial feminist writer devastated. Now, the family alleged there was a litany of failures at Urake Hospital in Lagos that led to the toddler's death, including being denied oxygen and being given too much sedation, causing a cardiac arrest for a 21-month-old boy.
That's so bad. That's so bad.
So our topic today is medical negligence and experiences of people in Nigerian hospitals. Now, the question of today is, have you had a negative experience with Nigerian hospitals or with Nigerian healthcare professionals? Please do well to call us. And another question we have for you listeners again is, do you think Nigerian healthcare system and Nigerian healthcare professionals are actually doing a good job when it comes to patient care? Based on your experience, I mean, we all must have fallen sick 1 or 2 times and visited the hospital. So I'm going to ask you that question first before people start sending in their responses. SPG, it's unfortunate. Let's commiserate with the family. It's unfortunate. Yeah.
So unfortunate.
Chimamanda Adichie, our own Nigerian icon. We commiserate with you. Please accept our condolences at this time. I know it's really very hard to lose a loved one. I mean, to lose a child. It's really very hard.
21 months.
We pray that God will give the entire family the fortitude to bear the loss. So coming back to our topic, the negligence, the experiences in Nigerian hospitals. So SPG, with this case, how do you feel about this case? Starting with that, how do you feel? A child that was sick, minor illness. So I think the illness was just cold, like catarrh, that kind, small allergy. If you do small pikin, I want to say the pikin change environment. You understand that kind of thing. Pikin we don't deal with oyibo since when them born for there come Nigeria just for holiday, and then small allergy, they get catarrh, they get cough, carry and go hospital. Once it can happen, and then before you know waiting they happen, the pikin don't buy. Waiting they saw. What do you think? What do you have to say about this?
For me, I believe you see, medical professionals in this part of the world, especially Nigeria, to me, you see, this attitude of negligence is something that needs to be looked into. I had an experience, I think that was last year, with a friend who had a baby in a private hospital, and I think the baby came very early and
like premature,
and this doctor kept the baby there, no oxygen, for 48 hours. And it was after 48 hours that he had to refer the child to the general hospital. And guess what? When they took the child to the general hospital, the baby was admitted based on the fact that my guy had to call somebody that he knows inside.
Okay, so before they can even attend to you guys know federal government.
I'm telling you the truth.
You will call somebody that will call somebody that will call somebody that will now know somebody in the hospital.
This was a baby. I'm not even done yet. So, when this whole issue started, we were calling and okay, how is the baby doing?
What's up? How far?
What's up? As friends that we thought it was a joke. Before we knew it, per day that the baby sleeps on that bed, I think it was around, was it not 50 or 20 something thousand for one day that the baby sleeps. And guess what? When he wants to buy drugs, they don't give him what he will get inside the general hospital. This guy can travel right from Anyike General Hospital. This guy can move from that place to Igondo to look for a particular drug that he will get.
Maybe the drug is scarce in their defense. Maybe the drug is scarce.
I don't know.
It's not that they are doing that one intentionally.
I can say the drug
might be scarce actually.
You need to see, when you go to the general hospital, you need to see people just sleeping on the floor. They will tell you there's no bed.
No day.
The doctor is not around to attend to you and all of that. I've had experiences, and it's something I don't pray to even, When my guy, the baby later passed on, the baby died. But when he came out, his prayer point for every one of us was like, God, don't ever pray to have issue that will take you to that general hospital. Because he has seen, we saw people that came for operation, we saw old men, young ones that were abandoned there. And it's like, what is happening to this country? What is happening? So, if it's happening to icons like this, and it's because they have voices. It's because they have voices that everybody can hear. What about the people that don't have anybody to speak up for them? That don't have anybody, like the issue of my friend. Who is he going to talk to? After the baby passed on, They called him because he left the baby there. They called him to come and pay around 600 or 700,000 to carry the baby. He left the baby.
Can you imagine for a bereaved
Yes,
parent?
after I had spent over close to 2 million naira on that child, the baby still passed on, and they asked him to come and pay 700,000 or so to carry
Before he can carry
the body of that child.
He can't come and leave
The guy left the baby there.
Child.
So that's to tell you, I don't know. Even from the entrance of our general hospital these days, when you enter, you begin to see the attitude of the nurses, the matron, the way they behave, the way they talk. You see, it's just off. And it's not even professional. So coming to private, for me, for private hospitals, they are doing their best. But if you have your money, that's what. But I don't think some of these doctors are even I'm sorry, I have to say this, are even professional enough. Our medical practitioners, they are not doing what they ought to. Imagine from the story, they gave that child too much sedative.
Yes. I was actually even coming to that. There are two major points I picked from this story. The first is the fact that they gave the child too much sedative in preparation for a procedure or a kind of a diagnostic investigation, MRI, that was supposed to be done, carried out on the baby, on the boy, and for the boy to undergo that MRI, the boy needs to be still, and now toddler, their body they stay, so they have to sedate the boy, and it's supposed to be a mild sedative, just something to put the baby to sleep for just few minutes, or you understand, make them just quickly do what they want to do, then the baby go wake up and be okay. So apparently report has it that allegedly the boy was over sedated.
You see, that exposed their level of unprofessionalism.
That's one. Two, they don't over sedate the pikin. The boy started exhibiting the side effects of the high dosage of that sedation, which now led to cardiac arrest, and all that. The baby was now on oxygen, they were trying to, resuscitate and all that. So the boy wake on day on oxygen. They now want to transport the boy from where they do the test to ward or something, They can't comot the oxygen, and that one even that one scatter my dada.
Just imagine.
They can't comot the oxygen. Instead of them to leave the boy on oxygen, put the boy on a stretcher that has the oxygen, and then wheel the boy with the oxygen alongside. There are ways to do these things. I have worked in the hospital before too. I know how these things work. Sincerely, in as much as I don't want to identify as a healthcare professional on this show today, I just want to speak as a presenter on this show today. The thing they calm me, Lara.
I understand.
I don't feel like you because they are my colleagues.
Truth be told.
But truth be told, sincerely, we need to face the facts, because all of us we cannot all say, because we are in the system together, let us be guiding the system. Let's be defending the system. Let's be defending our colleagues and ensure that things don't get. No. Humanity first.
Of course.
Humanity first. Empathy first. Let us talk about how our work affects the common Nigerian. Like you said the other time, if this person was an ordinary Nigerian, nobody go hear this case. It would be just like one of the many others that has come and gone. More we still happen safe. Nobody go see here. But because this one and Chimamanda, more they don't swallow. They don't swallow pain.
I was watching a slide last year on Facebook, and I saw same case of an old man that I think he went unconscious. They took this man to the hospital. Before they could even say a chat, the family were asked to bring like 400K.
Before they could attend to
Yes, and they rallied around. They were able to provide that money. But unfortunately, this man died. Passed on. And to my greatest surprise, how on earth do you ask a family after they lost their person, just few seconds of bringing the person to and you're asking them
to pay their bills.
Pay their bills close to 800, close to 1 million. And these people just started shouting inside the hospital. I said, we will never pay. If you want to eat the body and all of that. What is happening to our health system in Nigeria? Look at the issue of Anthony Joshua too.
Anthony Joshua.
If not the fact that they had to fly him out immediately, who knows?
Maybe one thing for them.
Would have happened. Who knows? So that's to tell you that these are things our government also needs to look into.
Because
you don't just, great budget around health system, healthcare every year, and we are not seeing the results.
Now only the money we dey hear.
Only the money we dey hear, and we are not seeing results.
Yeah.
Like I said before, if you know the number of people that are dying on daily basis because of negligences like this, you wouldn't even be surprised. Like, like you get to hospitals and you see people crying and everyone. We just brought him. This, and nobody attended to him and he passed on. It's really, really heartbreaking. And
it is indeed heartbreaking. It is indeed heartbreaking. I know a lot of people who have also experienced this. We see things, we hear things, we just look away. But it is no longer the time for us to look away. We need to start staying to address these issues. We can no longer look away. Not just because this has happened to Chimamanda, but because it happens to Nigerians all the time. Now, let's talk about our law. You know, the fact that people don't really know the law, people don't know their rights, people don't know they can sue on things like this. I tell people who care to listen that there's something called patient's rights, and we medical professionals actually even know that there is patient's rights. It is, we know, but patients don't know.
They don't know now. Now you hide it from them.
We know, but patients don't know that they have some level of rights. Things that medical professionals cannot try abroad and get away with it. They will do it in Nigeria and get away with it
because it's Nigeria.
Nobody is holding them accountable.
No regulations, no accountability.
There is regulation. We have regulatory bodies.
Are they doing their job?
We have regulatory bodies. So in the medical, in the nursing, you know, even in the pharmacy, we have regulatory bodies regulating each of these, medical professions in the healthcare industry.
I know quite all right.
Yeah.
But are they actually doing what they ought to do?
So what do you expect? What are your own expectations? You speak, I'm really, really trying not to be biased, but you are the one that will not be biased on this show today, sincerely. So I want you to speak like the ordinary Nigerian that is affected. What are your expectations from the regulatory bodies of healthcare professionals?
Okay, somehow, well, like what me and you are doing here today is more like a sensitization.
Sure.
You understand? That is what they ought to be doing. You understand? When you go to the hospital or the general hospital, they don't attend to you. This is the line to come. This is where you mail your complaints to. These are the people that checkmate the activities of our doctors, our nurses, our matrons, and everything. There should be a body that does all this. You know, everybody is not literate. You understand? So there should be a language you speak for common man to understand. And please, a general hospital is a place where it should be like a safe haven for that common man that wants to go and treat malaria, typhoid. Or you make at times they are even scared to go there. Say no. If you talk about general hospital, say no. General hospital, I don't want to go. Those people, you know the way they made it so obvious that a common man cannot walk into general hospital because he knows if he goes there, he might even end up dying in that place. Yes, because
is it that bad?
Yes, if you manage to even get a bed, they may not attend to you for some time. So the way they talk to you, it's only in general hospital I know that people run errands. You pay people to run errands for you because they tell you the nurses and doctors don't have time to do that for you. So there's somebody they employ. I'm telling you from experience. Yeah. There's somebody they employ. So for every errand that person runs for you, you have to pay that person. Or some persons that are rich or well connected enough, they just employ that person for a period of 1 month, 2 months. Aside from the money they are paying in the general hospital, pay that person like a salary. So for you that don't have, where will you have money to run errands?
Wow.
So that's the kind of system. So those are things that need to be abolished. You understand? So a case whereby you need to get a drug, if they don't have it there, be fair this person too. See, and let me tell you, whether you like it or not, you will hear it from me because I will not be biased, just like you've told me. You see some of these doctors, do you know they have pharmacies? Yes, they do. So some of the drugs they administer to you, they know you will not get it. They will now refer you to go to one particular pharmacist. It's their own. Go and get that drugs there. Yes, is it not Nigeria?
But there is nothing stopping them from running a business.
I'm not saying.
So if they have, if doctors have pharmacy or nurses have pharmacy,
I'm not saying.
The nurses have business.
But they will tell you go to that particular place.
Their side also be that.
Nigerians, go to that particular place, go and get it. If you go to this place, they will not get it. They will even tell you the address. Go to that particular. You see, that's the system are so.
But that's selfish.
You just know.
I just dey realize. No, sincerely, that's selfish. That's really, really selfish. If truly medical professionals that own pharmacy make patient relative go so far just because you want them to go and patronize your own business, and then you say, oh, they must go and buy the drug in this particular pharmacy. I mean, what's that?
I'm telling you.
Now, this is the first time I'm hearing this anyway, but I know that medical professionals actually do have side hustles. Some of them own their own hospitals too. You know, apart from pharmacy, they have clinic.
I know that.
You know, some of them have lab, you know, radiology centers, you know, and all that. So, but really, 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 really. So what do we do about this growing negligence issue in Nigerian healthcare system? Is it the fault of the government? Is it the fault of the professionals? Is it just a result of a decayed society? You know, a society that has failed. See, you prayed a prayer the other time. He said, God should not allow. There is one prayer that you prayed the other time, and I wanted to pick you up with that prayer. I wanted to say the main prayer is that Nigeria should not happen to us. I see if Nigeria happen to you, hey God, may I not swear for you, say Nigeria will happen to you. If anybody swear for you with that thing, say Nigeria will happen to you, just go and pray on the mountain.
It's so sad.
If you see who Nigeria happen to,
it's so sad that the country is so decayed to the level that even human life we don't value in this part of the world again. Because when you wake up in Nigeria now, you wake up to sad news every day. So that brings us to what do we need to do?
What do we need to do?
The whole thing still boils on the kind of government we have. You understand? You see, we need to set standard. We need to set example. Some of our governments, to treat malaria alone, they fly out. And sometimes when you look at it from a particular angle, would you blame some of these doctors compared to their counterparts? How much are they earning?
Compared to their counterparts in other countries.
How many doctors do we have in Nigeria?
The Japa syndrome is an issue. It's one of the problems. Yes, because most of our professionals have left the country.
And do you blame them?
I don't.
There's somebody that
I don't blame them.
They spent. Do you know how many years they stayed in the university to pass exams, take courses?
7 years.
7 good years.
They will go to service 1 year, and they will do housemanship 1 year.
Even right from their institution, what is government doing for them? What are they doing for them? Okay, even if you want them to finish and not travel out and not leave the country, what have you done for them? And as if you are in the medical department, I believe in any school, their fee is even higher than any other.
Of course, yeah, their fees very high. In fact, they practically pay the highest in a typical university. In a Nigerian university, they pay the highest. Medicine, if you're studying medicine, you're studying nursing, medical lab science, pharmacy, you know, all those medical
problem
courses.
Still remains that we don't even have enough hands. You understand? You see one particular doctor attending to different kind of complaints in an hospital. This one headache, this one typhoid. One doctor in a country like Nigeria. So the whole 7 or 90% of it still lays on government. They know what to do. For me, I see. Sometimes I just look at them and these people know what to. They travel and they see things, so they know what to do.
Okay, so you think that the government still needs to be accountable for this?
Yes.
Okay, so what about the professionals? The professional that has been trained. You said it the other time. You said to train a doctor, a nurse. We are talking about the fact that their fees more expensive than every other courses in the social sciences and arts, humanities. So which means that if you are paying that much to be trained as a doctor, if you are paying that high to be trained as a nurse, it means that we expect there is a level of expectation. There is a level of professional expectation from you when you eventually graduate and they are calling you Dr. SPG and your head is swear, Abi, and then they call your mommy and your daddy doctor, Abi, mommy doctor, their head self they swear. There is a level of expectation from you. So you as a professional, where they don't teach, they don't train you. They don't tell you how to do this. If a patient complains of this is what you should do. This is the right dosage for sedative. Oh, this is the right dosage. This is how you should give it. This is how you should not give it. Ejo, why won't we blame the professional too? Why must we heap all the blame on the government?
I am not taking out the fact that we are not to blame the professional.
Okay.
I won't even take that out. Just like you said before anything, humanity comes first.
Humanity first, yeah.
But then I look at it from the aspect of, you see, these people, they also have too much on them most times. You understand?
Are you talking about the fact that they are overwhelmed with work?
Yes. Most times they are. Okay, like what happened now, if you bring out the doctors or the nurses to come and talk, they will give you reasons. Millions of reasons too.
Why
Sometimes
things went wrong.
Because psychologically they are also affected. Sometimes when they are underpaid, you see, that's why we need a kind of, these are professionals that deals with human life. You understand? See, month in, month out, there should be a program that also checkmates them. How you doing? They checkmate their health, their physical appearances, how they deal with human beings. So that's when the aspect of regulation comes. What do we do? Even the regulatory bodies, do you visit some of these hospitals to see what they are doing?
What they are doing.
How they are handling patients.
And even the welfare of the professionals.
Yes.
Too. Yeah.
So most times you just blame them. They have their own too, because I will not lie to you. Some of these people are wicked.
Tell me about that.
Some of these doctors, they don't mind if they are dying. They don't mind you. Like Yoruba will say one.
When we don't enter like this,
that one you can say is a human factor, because we are designed differently. You understand? And everybody have their own personality and all of that.
Yeah.
But there should be a kind of, central level where everybody needs to come and say, "Oh, this is your work. This is what you ought to do. When you resume duty, these are the things you are supposed to do. These are the things you are supposed to do." But in Nigeria, whereby you see a 17 years, let me say, is it 17 or 20 or 21 years old doctor? You see them.
Yeah, we have a lot of young doctors out there in private hospitals, especially. I mean,
very young.
We have so many private universities these days.
I'm telling you, and these are young child that have not even faced life. They don't know what life is. You understand? So when you see them, you just be like, yeah, this small one are doctor, and the way they behave in hospitals sometimes, you just be
we call them AI
doctors. Thank you, AI doctors. You see, so sometimes some of these. Like I once heard a story of a young chap that went to study law. After she studied law, she was just 21 or so.
When she graduated as a lawyer.
Went to law school.
That's quite early.
And she was called to bar. Her first case, they called her to defend the client, and she was crying.
Away.
And she was crying.
Seriously, the girl. Okay, so they called her to come and defend again. She started crying.
She was crying in law court.
Now that one they call baby lawyer.
So that's to tell you that. So sometimes, even when they graduate, they still need years of experience. For most of these doctors, are they really patient? You understand? Are they patient? Is there anything there to keep them and tell them? They say you still need to, to stay here for this period of years, so that we can attest to the fact that you are fine to see a patient.
To see a patient
and attend to a patient.
You're right.
Those are the loopholes I feel that needs to be looked into.
Yeah.
And for every doctor out there, we know you are trying to celebrate you.
Okay. We celebrate you, professionals, doctors, nurses.
So that one of them will not be listening to me now. And when I think those give you,
arrest you.
You understand? But honestly, like you said, humanity comes first.
Humanity comes first. Let's talk about the facility in question. Urake Hospital. Now, I don't need to do any privacy thing because their name is all over the place, so it's okay for us to call them out. Urake Hospital. It happened that when I saw this Chimamanda Adichie's case, I went online and I started seeing a lot of other people. In fact, at least I've seen one or two
same
persons,
hospital.
Yes, coming out to complain about the same hospital on Instagram. One very close example is Tiana. I don't know if you know Tiana. Tiana's Empire.
Okay, yeah.
Tiana came out to also share a story of how her medical condition was mismanaged in that same hospital, to the point that In fact, her case got so bad that she could not walk again. She could not talk again. She lost her voice. Yeah, I follow her on Instagram. So I remember that time when she was sick that she lost her voice, that she could not talk. You know, she had to be on collar for months. You know, a lot of things really happened, which I don't want to start going into details because it is a story to tell. So it now boils down on the fact that it dawned on me that, okay, we have the issue with the government and our decaying system, healthcare system, especially in Nigeria. We have the issue with the professionals who we expect a lot from as professionals, and they are not living up to that expectation for whatever reasons best known to them. And we also have the facility issue. That's the hospital itself. Now, it is your responsibility as a CMD employing professionals in your hospital. Professionals are supposed to cater for people's life. Like, this is a matter of life and death. So the kind of people you will employ matters too. So it is your responsibility to prune down the professionals you're going to employ to the best of the best, to ensure that patient's life is going to be in the hands of the best of professionals, whether doctors or nurses or pharmacists or medical lab scientists and what have you. So if we have 2-3 people coming out online to speak about a particular hospital in a negative light, then there is a problem with the facility. What do you think?
That means there is a problem. You know, and another thing with we Nigerians is because we don't do well to make research. It's a problem. If some persons have actually come out to complain about he or her experiences about this hospital, it means it's a red flag already. You understand? So, but the problem also, we also have our problem as individuals. Before you can go to any hospital around, do your own research. You understand? You know,
do your own background check.
Do your background check before you go, so that you don't just go there and buy anyhow. I'm telling you the truth. So we also have our own problem that needs to be addressed. We need to do more of research. Go online. If you take your family member or anybody close to you to an hospital, do well to Google check. You see, we are in a civilized...
Let me pick you up there. Do well to Google check. If you Google check, you're not going to see anything negative, really.
Okay, how did you see the story of Tiana?
Well, I saw it on Instagram anyway, so yeah. That works.
But the truth of the matter is, I'm still going to say this. Like, you see, most of the hospital, like my friend's experience, you can imagine keeping a baby for 48 hours, no oxygen. That was his fun. And let me tell you the truth, when they took this child to the generals, you know what the doctor there said? The doctor who said, who is that stupid doctor that kept this baby for 48 hours?
Without oxygen. No wonder the baby could not make it. And that was the same thing that happened to this guy, MC Mbakara. You know MC Mbakara now? Yeah. MC Mbakara's first child. That's
special need child.
Yes. I was trying to get the right word to use here. So that child also had that issue of no oxygen when she was born, because they came out, MC Mbakara and his wife actually came out to share their story. I saw it on YouTube sometime. They celebrated the girl's 10 years birthday sometime last year, and they came out to tell, because people have been asking what actually happened to this girl. Was this girl born this way? What happened? So because of that lack of oxygen for the first few hours of life, so for a baby that came out and the baby has not started breathing, the baby has gone through what we call birth asphyxia. I'm really trying not to use too much ambiguous medical terms here, but please forgive me. The baby has gone through what we call birth asphyxia. And once that child should go for some hours without oxygen, it can affect the brain, it can affect the heart, it can affect multiple organs in the baby's body. And that was what affected MC Mbakara's daughter.
Let me shock you.
Please do.
I'm even grateful, thanking God that we are talking about this topic. So I have somebody in my corner, and this person has been saying, okay, I want to go learn pharmacies, how they sell drugs and all of that. I said, okay, no problem. What's your intention for learning it? She now told me that she has a brother, and after learning, the brother will just open an hospital for her, then employ a doctor to.
She dey learn wetin?
pharmacist.
Wait. I don't hear them because they talk say that they learn nursing too. I've heard that one. You know, the quacks. The quacks that we are trying so hard to fight against. God have mercy on us.
So you can imagine such person opens a hospital and just employs somebody that just finished, medicine from medicine school, and so come and be managing this hospital, and they just employ hands to come and be managed. What do you expect? And we have so many of such in this country.
We have so many of such people who are not even doctors, who don't know a jack about medicine. Because they have the money, they start.
And another thing I need to draw your attention to is most of the hospitals you see, they don't even have a permanent doctor. Sometimes when issue come up, they have to call some of their friends.
Doctor,
okay, he's in the general hospital. He will come around. He will come and attend to you 4 p.m. Meanwhile, the situation of the patient
is an emergency. It's an emergency.
So do you see where we are all getting it wrong?
We are indeed getting it wrong, and it is so unfortunate that has to happen. So we really need to make our recommendations, because this is a sensitization, like you said. We are sensitizing the public. We are trying to make the public know what is going on. We are trying to make the government know what is going on. We are also trying to lend our voice so that we can feel the change that we so desire in our society, in the healthcare industry especially. Let's give our recommendations. So MCSPG, what are your recommendations based on this case and based on the cases that, in fact, I'm very happy that you have a lot of examples to give, and all that, of people you've seen who have experienced one or two weird things in Nigerian hospitals. So what are your recommendations?
Honestly, I would rather say this, for whatever hospital or whatever reasons you need to be in the hospital, do your research first.
Before you go to the hospital.
So,
MCSPG, if na emergency, say if person wants sickness, so they write letter.
I understand.
Sickness will not write you letter that, hello, how are you? And you are going to fall sick next week. Go and start doing due diligence.
I know for many of us may not be able to do that, but this is a voice. And as you are hearing it, you talk to people around you too, based on what you've heard today, like, okay, this is what I feel we should be doing henceforth. So if you're sick, somebody around you might just pick up the phone, okay, let's go research about this hospital. Then when you go there are preliminary questions you need to ask. First, you have oxygen. It's very, very important. Look around to ask questions. If there are questions you need to ask, just go online. Go check what are the necessary facilities a hospital should have for patients. You understand? We are in a civilized world, You just ask questions. I believe you will get response. And when you get to that hospital, look at, the attitude of the nurses and the staffs. Is very, very important to us, because if they put you there and they abandon you, then now you may go so.
And then they carry you go where you don't know.
You don't know. And sometimes it's very, very obvious. You go enter like this, even from the outrances, you don't know the kind of people where they be. You understand? So in as much as we have loved ones that we need to take care of, when you go to your doctor, especially general hospital, when you get there, please try as much as possible. You see that errand guy, we need a talk. And no use and play.
But that's in real. SPG, say I know they trust you sometimes. Are you sure you are not making up this?
Did they tell you something will happen to person?
Who be errand guy for hospital again?
For general hospital.
I don't understand.
Go ask. You do your research. Go ask. Now that person go help you. You need water now.
You know that these days, I'm in the classroom now. I'm not in the hospital setting anymore. So I really don't know much about what's happening on the field.
There is.
Wow.
So nurse will tell you, we cannot leave our work and be looking for this for you. Send this person. You understand? So now so it be. So
I can imagine. And the usual belief in Nigeria is the fact that if a general hospital, that's the government-owned hospital, does not do you well, go to private. For the past how many weeks now, doctors they on strike.
Can you even afford private? Sometimes some of the reason why people don't patronize private is because of the money. The
money, yeah. Private hospital is quite expensive. This Uracare now, I'm sure it's not a cheap hospital.
Somebody was telling me about their medical situation with his wife. So when they admitted that, she was just complaining. I think she's 3 months gone or thereabout. So
Yeah.
they like she was having a sharp pain. They took her to one hospital. I don't know the name of the hospital. Around
Private
Lekki.
too, abi?
Private too. Before they left the hospital, 1.5 million.
Bam.
When you see people relocate with their family, leave their businesses, sell their properties to relocate, and most times it's not even because they want to go and work there. And you like, yeah, you are 60, 55 years of age. What are you going to do there? It's not because they want to go and get any job that will pay them higher than. In as much as that is important, sometimes
Yeah.
they leave because of this health issue.
True.
And because you see the way Nigeria is, I just see. May God help us.
Amen.
Honestly, I go on my knees and I pray for this country every day because it's my dear country.
Yeah.
I love Nigeria so much, and it's one of the best countries in the whole world. I wouldn't even lie. But you know what? The system, the people we have in the system, honestly, I don't know. Human life is nothing to them. It's nothing. These are people that come on malaria. They fly their children out.
Yes.
They fly their children and they leave.
Headache self, then they fly.
They fly out.
Headache, then go fly. Stomach pain, then
They
go
fly.
fly. But you and I that cannot
They
fly,
leave us here.
we are on the land.
Eh?
It's God that can help us. We don't have
I
wings.
just pray
God,
that-
give me wings to fly.
So for everybody out there, do well. When you are going to the general hospital, don't go alone. Go with somebody. When you are taking your family, your friends there, stay with them in as much as be prepared for the mental challenge and the emotional challenge
That will come with being
it.
there.
Sometimes it can be very, very mentally challenging.
It can be overwhelming. I can understand. That's true. That's very, very true. All right. So, concerning the whole issue with medical negligence and the like. So let's do a wrap. Our last word on that, starting with you.
All right. I just want to quickly say to every medical professional out there, just like we said before, we love you, we celebrate you. But please, please, please do all you can to put human life first above everything. We know you have your needs, psychological needs, material needs and everything. But please, we want to beg with you, like our lives is very, very important. So anytime a patient comes, to listen to them, pay attention, regardless of, and God bless you.
So all medical professionals, nurses, doctors, pharmacists, medical lab scientists, radiologists, all of you together in the healthcare industry, please let's learn to put human life first. Let's prioritize human life because that is the reason why we're there after all. And then I want you to, everybody should learn to up their game in their profession, update yourself in the profession, learn new things, know how. I mean, it is so appalling for a medical professional to over-sedate a child, to give overdose of sedative to a 21-month-old child. It's so unprofessional. How would you over-sedate a child? So I think we really need to do better. We need to do better. Please, guys, please, you need to do better. Doctors need to do better.
To learn more.
Yes. There are some, in this profession, you cannot afford to make mistake. Sincerely, that I teach my students that